Hi everybody, and welcome to the Getting Started with InstructBot tutorial video series. In this video, I'll be showing you what random commands are used for and how to create them. I have a few random commands which all choose between a number of other commands and then pick one to execute at random. For example, this is my 360 no-scope command. It picks between two input commands with equal chance. Both input commands do the same thing apart from the direction they do it in. One is to the left and the other to the right. So this random command is introducing variability into how the action is taken. The delete gear command is more involved as I have created a number of other commands which will remove gear from my character. This allows a viewer a chance of deleting an item without giving them the control over what item is removed. You can get a visual representation of the percentages by pressing the Choices button. It will show you a chart where each segment relates to a choice. The larger the segment, the more likely that command will be picked. In my delete gear command, you can see that deleting my headwear is about twice as likely as deleting my body armor. Whereas if I switch back to my 360 no-scope command, you can see that the two choices have the same sided segments. Hence they have the same chance of being picked. This gives you a brief overview of the specifics of a random command. I'm now going to switch over to my tutorial configuration and walk you through how to create the 360 no-scope command. Navigate to the random commands and press the Add button. You should set the name and description to something appropriate for the command. In this case, I'm going to name it 360 no-scope and describe it as spins my character left or right and then shoots. The Active Application Required dropdown controls if the command will be executed when the active application has input focus. You can choose Required, Unrequired, or Default. Required will ensure the command is only executed when the active application has input focus. Unrequired will not check to see if the active application has input focus and instead just execute the command. Default will resolve to Required or Unrequired depending upon the command type. In general, random commands don't require an active application, so they default to unrequired. As they don't need the application to be active when the command runs, I can leave this on default and use the standard behavior. Public controls if other users of InstructBot can download the command. If you want to share this command, toggle it on. The cooldowns control how often the input command can be executed. The global cooldown applies to everyone, whereas the user cooldown is per viewer. For example, if you set the global cooldown to 5 and the user cooldown to 60, the command can be executed at most once every 5 seconds, but a single viewer will only be able to execute once every 60 seconds. I don't mind how often my 360 no-scope command is executed, so I'm not going to set any cooldowns. The help settings control if the command is shown with the default help command or a specified help command. As I want this command to be shown in my default help command, I'm going to toggle Use Default on. The queue settings control how the command is executed. By default, all random commands are executed on the parallel queue, with the commands they execute then run on their specified queue. As I don't need to maintain the order of my random command, and I don't mind if other random commands are executed before it, I can leave it on Use Default. As the 360 no-scope command is only appropriate for escape from Tarkov, I'm going to be linking it to that profile. I'm going to be adding a bit and donation trigger to the command. As I don't want this command to be available for free or points, I'm not going to be adding triggers for them. Now I need to set up the choices. Click the Add button. In the command dropdown, pick the command I want to run, in this case 360 no-scope left, and repeat for the 360 no-scope right command. If I wanted one of the commands to run more frequently than the other, I could increase its weighting. For example, if I increased the weighting of the 360 no-scope left to 3, I would expect it to run 75% of the time. Or said another way, if the 360 no-scope command was run 4 times, I would expect the 360 no-scope left to be run 3 times, and the 360 no-scope right to be run once. This will finish the configuration of the 360 no-scope command. The only thing left to do is press Apply to save the changes. This wraps up how to create a random command. If you'd like to learn more, please look at other tutorial videos in this series, visit our website, or join our Discord. Links to both the Discord and website are in the description below.